Hi guys, it's Tina. Welcome back to my channel. As you may or may not know, I'm a professional makeup artist, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you the 8 most essential makeup brushes that you need in your makeup kit. 5 eye brushes and 3 face brushes. Whether you're a beginner with makeup and you're just building your brush set and you're not sure where to start, you don't know what essential brushes you need, ones are you actually going to be using every single time you do your makeup, what essential and absolutely necessary brushes you need in your brush kit, or if you're looking to expand your brush kit and you don't want to break the bank, you're looking to save some money, you don't want to buy those big, huge brush kits that half of those brushes you don't really even know what they're used for, and you just want the ones that are actually versatile, that you can use for multiple things, that you're going to actually reach out to every single time you do your makeup, or most of the times. Or if you're just looking to expand your knowledge and you want to learn more about what the brushes that you actually currently have in your brush kit are doing and what you can use them for, because these brushes are really versatile. You can use them for multiple things that I'm going to be showing you in this video. This video is for you. These are my 8 absolute essential brushes, the ones that I cannot live without, the ones that I'm reaching out to almost every single time that I do my makeup, whether it's a natural, neutral, everyday look or a glam evening look. And I'm using them for multiple things. These are the brushes that if I'm traveling and I don't want to carry all my brush kit, I'm going to only need these, and I'm going to be absolutely fine for even a month, 2, or a year of traveling. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So I am going to start with eye brushes. So these are the 5 eye brushes that I chose for the beginner or essential kit. The very first one that you absolutely need, I feel like it's a very much a necessity. I'm reaching out to this brush, even if I'm just going to run out the door and I want to do like a really quick all over eye makeup look, or anything at all, no matter if it's a glam look, like I said, or a morning natural look. I'm always reaching out to this brush, and it's a fluffy blending brush. The one that I would recommend that I'm using every single time that I do my makeup is the Sigma Blending 825 brush. I am using it to apply my transition shade when I'm just starting with my eye makeup. It makes it look a lot more seamless. It's very blendable. It's very smooth and soft, and you get this very soft edge to create that transition shade perfectly without getting any patches. You can also use that on your bottom lash line if you really want to smoke out the look, or even if you're going for more of a natural look, you can use that under the eye to create that overall shadow to define your eyes all around. And another thing that I like using it for is to blend out the colors that I already have on my lid. So even when I have my outer corner crease brush, and especially if I'm using colors, I like to use this brush or a clean brush like that to blend out all the colors together to make them transition into one another seamlessly. The next brush that I would recommend that, in my opinion, you absolutely need in your kit is a flat brush to apply your makeup, or a flat application brush. The one that I'm reaching out the most is the Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush. I'm using this kind of brush to apply and pack my eyeshadow all over the lid, or all my colors that I'm using if I'm making more of a colorful look. Another thing that I'm using it for is to apply some highlighter under my eyebrow without making it look too precise, and it makes it easy to blend downwards and blend out to make it look a lot more seamless. And if you're watching my videos and you know that I have droopy eyes and I like to kind of clean out the outer corner of my eye looks every single time that I do my makeup, I like using this flat brush to create this more of a sharp edge and clean out any fallout or any eyeshadow that may have merged into the outer corner underneath on my outer eye area. So I'm using that to kind of make it more precise and clean on this outer edge. Next, we have a more precise blending brush. So this is a little more tapered and a little more precise and a little bit more dense than the E25 blending brush, which is the first brush we talked about, but it's still very soft and fluffy. The one that I'm using normally is the small tapered blending brush E45 by Sigma. I'm using this brush to apply my crease shade, which is the more darker shade that I'm using to define my crease, as well as the outer corner of the eye to create a little bit more depth. And it allows me to be precise without, once again, looking patchy or anything like that. So it's still blending it, still making it look smoother, but a little more precise than the first blending brush I used. You can also use that under the lower lash line to make it look a little bit more precise, but still soft especially if you're using gradual eyeshadow colors. Another thing you can use it for is actually for your face to contour smaller areas such as your nose. The next brush is optional, but I do reach out to it pretty often and I find it very, not necessary, but very useful in my makeup routine, is a very small, dense, tiny brush like that. You can get something like this or something that's a lot more flat and even smaller, but today I'm going to be recommending the Short Shader E20 by Sigma. I'm using this one to apply my inner corner highlight. It allows me to be more precise and it's very dense, so it packs the color very well. I can also use that under my eyebrow, but a little bit more closer to the eyebrow if I'm looking to apply a little bit more of a shimmery shade or a little bit more of a highlight and I don't want to look 80s or too much and I want it to be just very, very close to the arch of my eyebrow. That allows me to be very precise with like that line. And you can also use it under your lower lash line, whether you're going for a smoky nighttime look and you want to blend out that color under your lower lash line and be a little more precise and make it look darker, because once again that packs color very well. Or if you know me and you know that I like that puffy cutesy eye look, I like to apply a lighter shade closer to my lower lash line, right underneath my lash line with this brush to make it look a little bit more puffy like. If you want to see a look like that I created recently, you can check out my latest video. Last eye brush that I would recommend is a small angled brush. This is the Sigma Small Angle E65 brush. You can get a little bit more precise one, a little thinner one, but this one is great for two main things. The first one is for brow products. If you're not using a pencil on your eyebrows, but rather cream or gel products, you can use this angled brush to apply that to your eyebrow. Or if you're using like a powder or anything like that, that allows you to be a little more precise and create those hairbrush strokes on your eyebrow area. And another thing that I use it a lot is for smudging or applying gel eyeliners. So whether you're applying a liquid or a gel eyeliner and you want to use a brush to be a little more precise and get a little more control, you can use this brush for that. Or if you're like me and you like your softer, smokier eyeliner look, then what I like to do is apply a pencil eyeliner first and then smudge it out with this brush to make it look a little more soft. And once again, that gives me a little more control to actually control the shape of the eyeliner. Before we move on to the 3 face brushes, I just wanted to mention that you could use all of these brushes for so much more. You can get creative with it and use it for anything that you find fit, but those are just the main things that you would use it for. And also based on your specific makeup needs and routine, you can definitely minimize this brush kit and make it even just 5 brushes or 6 brushes, depending on the makeup looks that you normally go for and the specific techniques that you're using with your own makeup. So moving on to face brushes. First of all, about foundation, I just want to say that I normally myself personally don't use foundation, but even when I used to back in the days, I would always apply it with my fingers. So I would not use any brush just because I felt like it gave me a lot more control and also saved me a lot of product, because a brush would absorb much more than your fingers would. There was a time that I was using Beauty Blender, which I loved a lot as well. So if you prefer that, but I would recommend either a sponge or using your fingers for foundation, CC cream, BB cream, anything like that. So for brushes, first and foremost, you would need a big fluffy brush. Now this one is not as big or as fluffy. It's a little more dense and a little more round. And if you like more of a overall very diffused look for your powder, I would recommend a bigger, fluffier brush to apply powder all over your face. But what I like about this one is that it allows me, once again, being more precise and apply it to smaller areas like the sides of my nose, right here on the sides, and also under my eyes. So this one is not Sigma, it's the Royal & Langnickel powder brush, and I just got it at some like a mini traveling kit or something like that, and this is the one that I use for powder. Next is a large angled brush, like the Sigma large angled contour F40 brush. I use this one to apply contour or bronzer because it has this little angle right here, and it's perfect to get in those crevices right under your cheekbones to be a little more precise with your bronzer. And you can go on the sides of your face as well, on your forehead. It allows you to get in those areas better with either contour or bronzer. And then I also always use this brush for blush, because if you tilt it sideways like this, you can apply your blush right up to the apples of your cheeks or on the sides, packing it. If you're going to be using any of those brushes for more than one of the recommended uses, then I would kind of switch around, especially if you're using different colors in between. Then I would clean up the brush in between, either on a little makeup removing wipe, just kind of swirl it around on a makeup removing wipe, and then swipe it over just a clean tissue towel. Or you can use one of those switching color changing machines for brushes that a lot of makeup or makeup brush brands are offering. Last but not least, this is the tapered highlighter F35 brush by Sigma. It's almost like the big sister of the E45, so it's just much larger version of that. And this is a face brush that I like using for more precise things that I need, whether it's to apply powder right under my eyes, especially if you decided to go with a bigger, fluffier powder brush and you can't really get under your eyes that precisely. This brush is perfect for that. Or if you want to highlight the under eye area of your eyes or on the sides of your nose, any area that you really want to highlight a little bit with maybe a brighter powder or banana powder all over your face, this brush allows you being more precise in those little areas, but also still very diffused and soft. And I also like using it for highlighter because of its tapered shape. You have this little point that you can use in very specific areas of your face to highlight them, like the cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose, and the cupid's bow. And that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Once again, you don't have to use all 8. You can actually minimize it and leave out any brushes that you feel like you're not going to use as much if you're not using certain techniques that I showed in this video. But these are the brushes that I would travel with, swear by, use every single time, and I think are actually, honestly, the only ones that you need in your brush kit. Let me know if you liked this video and if you found it helpful. It means a lot, so please leave it in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up. It would really help and I would really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe on the way out if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.